Hey guys, welcome back. We're live back for Evo Gaming Tavern Hero Grand Finals, man. What do you think?
Wow, it's been a long day, and I'm really looking forward to
it's
to
been
these
it's been a
finals.
long day.
Yeah.
You have that right. So it's gonna be between Rogue Coach and Ascalon. Two stories. Rogue Coach, local guy, really grinds it out. Comes to a lot of events. Finally getting his chance. Make it to the grand finals on the winner side. I'm gotta be rooting for this guy in terms of like how much work he's been putting. And the other side of it, it's Ascalon. First tournament. So that's huge, right?
Yeah, that's really impressive to come out in such a stacked field and perform so well in your first tournament. And just like that, we're gonna get into our first match.
All right. Who's gonna take it? I think my prediction is gonna be Broke Coach here.
Um, After hearing that it's Ascalon's first one, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Like, tournament experience is really good for performing under pressure in the grand finals. So, do you like Ascalon's decision to keep the quest against mage?
Yeah, I do. I think you gotta figure out what type of mage it is. You
Hmm.
know, and if you don't know what type of mage it is just yet, you may have not been watching Rope Coach play. Actually, no, they played against each other earlier.
Yeah.
I think Quest is good against this type of mage. I do think you want to finish it. You really want to pressure because you know, they're gonna have a lot of time,
Yeah.
right? They're gonna have a lot of time to build a lot of the value. One second. Spectators bugging out, of course. Right, we're getting into it. Of course, spectators just freaking out on us. We'll be right back in this one, guys.
What's up, Grime Squad? Rope coach is
All
my
right, here we
father.
go. Nice
Okay,
and
here we
set
go.
up. Yeah, I know we got a lot of people in chat room for Rope Coach right now, so
Hmm.
let's see if it can pay off here. If you guys want to send me your energy, but yeah, you keep the quest because you need to win this game. You need to put Mage on a clock. Mage has a lot of value. Mage is gonna beat you late game with like Medivh and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you know if Ascalon has any weapon hate in his deck? Cause I know like Medivh is one of the way that Mage can pull away with this game.
hmm I'm not sure if he has. I don't think he has Ooze. I don't remember, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there might be a Harrison. There's been some
Hmm.
Harrisons around as well. So yeah.
Yeah, something to look out for. Uh,
Yeah, just a pretty slow start though from Rope Coach here. You don't really have you can find your Archaeologist and find anything early on, so might just ping.
yeah.
He's gonna go ahead and ping the Armor Smith there because he really wants to be able to play Secret later, play Valet, use Valet to kill the Armor Smith.
Yeah. So a lot of setting up for 2 turns in advance by Rope Coach. So really smart play
What
by
do you like
him.
here? Between Osdruk, Cyclopean or and Cornered Sentry.
Cyclopean Horror is not gonna get much bigger than the 3/5.
Mm-hmm.
With
Isn't
the
it fine? Like at that point in
Yeah,
this matchup,
it's pretty
so
good. The
yeah.
corner sentry with Ravaging Glow in hand is also an option.
Oh yeah, the little 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could just play Sentry next turn though if you just want to curve out. It
Hmm.
could be one of those things you don't
Yeah,
even care if it's the 3-3. You just want to get on the board. You curve out, go 4-5. Just get taunts down
yeah.
as well.
So it doesn't seem like Rope Coach is. Wow, an Antonitis in
Yeah, a
Mage?
lot of
Haven't
value.
seen that in a
Yeah, a
while.
lot of value in
Yeah.
this deck. It also has Alexstrasza, so
Hmm.
he can go to the late game. That's why I really do think the onus right here is going to be on Ascon to really speed this game up, right?
Yeah. So
I don't
keeping
think
the
you win
quest
that
is
game
really
later
good.
on.
Yeah.
It might just be horror. It also could be Acolyte Pain. I think Acolyte's fine as well.
I like horror. You took it last turn because it cost 4 mana, and
Yeah, it's kind of like how much is the quest value really worth? Is that worth 2 health? Probably, right?
hmm
It's kind of like in terms of that, it fills the
yeah.
curve rather nicely as well. Still nothing great here coming from Rogue Coach. Just you can play a little slow. You have to spend your coin, but a lot of times you want to hold on to that coin for Antonitis.
Yeah, the coin is really awkward in the hand because he really wants to use it this turn, but at the same time, the rest of his hand is so heavy that he really needs the
You
coin.
just play block. You can play something like block.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Does he want to use the coin? He
Yeah.
does want to use the coin this turn. You're
Okay.
just going to coin out that valet. Has to choose between rather the Armor Shift or the Cyclopean Horror. Going to go ahead and pick the Armor Smith. Doesn't want a lot of armor being
Hmm.
gained this match.
Yeah, with Alex and Antonius in his hand, like he's going for the burn plan.
hmm
He doesn't really care about the board anymore. Okay. Would you like to see Ascalon start armoring up every turn now? Like the 2-3 wasn't doing anything with the 3-3 taunt on board,
Hmm.
so maybe armoring up every single turn is good.
Just making sure you're always getting your armor in.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we said earlier, there's a finite amount of damage in this sort of mage list. Except Broke Coach has a lot of value in this list. He
Yeah.
has Antonius, he has Medivh, I believe, he has Alexstrasza. So there's a lot of other stuff going on there too.
Yeah.
I mean, we could play Harrison here.
Oh, that's a Harrison? Yeah, there's a lot of cards though.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's Harrison Jones.
Does
Harrison
he
Jones
he
is in
doesn't
the hand.
overdraw, does he?
Gonna go ahead and play Frostbolt instead. Wants to get rid of this Acolyte and Pain. So
I don't think he overdraws if he had played Harrison. So I liked Harrison there.
there's a consideration. It's probably still gonna be an option next turn as well.
Mhm.
I don't think the weapon's going face anytime soon, right?
Mhm.
Probably gonna be held for some value. So I think you can hang on a little bit if you want.
And Ascalon is gonna start waving in the armor ups.
And continuing as we saw there, he chooses the 4-drop because he wants to armor up. He wants to continue to get armor in with that hero power
Yeah.
in this matchup in particular. And this is how Warrior wins this matchup. He gets a lot of pressure early on. Harrison gonna come down, gonna eat up this Fiery War Axe, gonna draw him one more card. Does find another valet, but it's starting to look like Ascalon is putting some pressure on. You can play an Alley Armor stuff here. Or you can go Direhorn. I think Direhorn might actually be better in this position. Just because you want to get more attack in right now.
I like trading off the 3-2 and the 1-4
Hmm.
into Harrison. Like make Firelance Portal and Flame Strike really awkward. Like those are the 2-7. Those are the 2-7 drop plays that Mage has, and both of them look really miserable here.
The thing is here, if you play Armorsmith, you have an open board. You can probably get a few attacks, and you're getting even more armor out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rope Coach might have to polymorph the Ali Armorsmith. I don't see another line. Like Portal
Portal's
is
not
too
great.
awkward.
Yeah. There's Fireball if you wanted it. I think Poly's fine too, though, like you said. Double Archaeologist, you kind of wanted that a few turns ago, so still just rather slow start here for Rope Coach.
I mean, at least the Archaeologist still gets value. Like Ice Block was
Mhm.
the only secret he drew. I assume there's another Ice Block and either
Yeah.
Barrier or Counterspell as the last slot.
He's still okay though, because you don't fall under a lot of pressure against Pirate Warrior. This is why this quest needs to just be finished as soon as possible, right? That's when the pressure really starts.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna move on. It's gonna be the quest counter's gonna go up to 5 now, so he's 2 off.
I kind of liked Acolyte, Ghoul, and Armor Up. Like it applies a lot of pressure with the Bloodhoof Brave while weaving in the Armor Up.
Yeah, I kind of like so that is more pressure.
Yeah. At the same time, Firelands Portal becomes a thing when that's
Yeah,
a 5-5.
that's true. I do think you're still trying to
Yeah.
complete the quest though, right?
Yeah, this is actually really good. Rope Coach's plays are still very awkward.
We had a big spider, actually. Sorry, guys. Had to take care of something real quick. Oh my god. Getting back to the match, though. Right here, go with the Archaeologist here. Fireball going to clean up that Bloodhoof Brave. And Blade, really nice here on that Acolyte of Pain.
Ascalon is kind of starved for cards. Like he didn't damage his hero either, so Battle Rage is gonna get 1 card at most. He got actually Bloodhoof Brave, Ghoul, and then Battle Rage. What's his quest count at? 5.
Yeah, so we're 1 off, right?
Okay.
After the Bloodhoof Brave.
Yeah. Armor Up. Okay.
Gonna keep armoring up here. Now, Road Coach, he's gonna have to turn this around somehow. It's a very, very tough position that he's in at the moment. What do you see?
I mean, Alexstrasza into Pyroblast. Oh, that doesn't even set up 2-turn lethal.
No, you're
Yeah.
too far off right now with the amount of armor.
I still think you Alex draws and maybe you go Antonitis Glyph next turn, get like a Nova, and that would be the nuts.
Hmm. I think he's considering a little bit more defensive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
He's gonna go
misorder.
ahead,
Yeah.
pop the flame strike, so he's gonna be able to get down, clear off this board. It's
Yeah.
really just about this quest and when it can
He missed
primordial
the
streak.
2-1 actually. If he put the Arcanologist into the Brave first, it would be alive after the but it ended up not mattering because Primordial Jake would have killed the 2-1.
Yeah.
I think you have the Alex draws at this turn. Yeah. Like after the quest comes down, like getting time to Alex.
You have to
like,
race him at this
yeah.
point.
Yep.
You know, so he's really just gonna have to get in with this at the moment. You know, it started off really rough for Rope Coach in the opening, right? He didn't play a lot of cards early on. He was really getting outvalued. So kind of unfortunate start for him. Now this, I expect so first to come down here. Still gonna need a flip though on this 8/8.
Yeah. I mean, but you have a taunt in the way, so that 8's not connecting to
This is,
face.
I mean, this is the big play. Like if this misses
Yeah.
right here, Rope Coach can take this, but he needs this rag flip to actually hit his face this turn.
Wow, that's huge.
Gonna take out the 8/8. So that was unfortunate rag flip there, but fortunate for Ascalon, he's gonna, just apply more pressure with that 8/8 not being around. Now, okay, now let's look at the damage over the 2 turns, because now we just have another Frostbolt. We have a Pyroblast, we have a Firelands Portal, and a Fireball in hand. How much can you really get going here? And you have to do 25. That's where the real issue is.
Yeah. I think that Antonitis needs to come down as soon as possible to get more damage because right now you're looking at 21 damage, 24 damage in hand,
Mm-hmm.
and
I think like Antonitis
over 3 turns.
Glyph, maybe?
Yeah, this is really, really tricky for Rope Coach.
Yeah.
And Ascalon has Armor Smith and Ravaging Gore for additional health gain. Like usually after you play the quest, you're not too worried about the mage about health gain, but Ascalon has the text like we talked about before, and if he picks up the shield block,
Yeah.
Rope Coach could be put really out of range.
Going with the Pyroblast on the face right there.
Yeah.
Going to deal 10, take out all of that armor. He is going to be able to set him down to 1 here with this play.
So Rope Coach is like, what Rope Coach is saying here is that
he's going to gain
I'm going to give you my
too.
block.
Yeah.
And, oh, so a bit of a missequencing from Ascalon.
Interesting. Yeah, so he kind of messed up there.
Yeah.
You know, could have set him down to 1 by hero powering and then throwing the guy in. So, little misplay there.
Yeah. This does not set up 2-turn lethal. Like he would need to glyph into something. And even if he glyphs into Pyroblast. Alright, if he glyphs into Pyroblast, he can Pyroblast Frostbolt next turn and Fireball Ascalon's face this turn. So that would be the 2-turn lethal. Yeah, because Pyroblast would be 8 mana and you can combine it with the Frostbolt to do 13.
Yep.
Put him to 11 right now with the Fireball.
So it's going to be Pyroblast or bust with that.
The glyph, yeah. You have to glyph this turn. You're only getting 1 more turn to burn his face. Okay, all of these are not very good. Okay. Rope Coach is going to be 1 off next turn. And he even plays the Flame Elemental, which allows Ascalon to trade into it and gain more armor. Yeah. Hopefully Ascalon procs Rope Coach at 1 this time, which he does. Okay. Yeah, Curator should come down to thin the deck even more. Increase the odds of shield block, and if he's really scared, he should sleep with the fishes also. Gain 3 more health. Yeah, I like the fishes here.
So there's no Fireball left, right?
Yeah, both are both fireballs
Yeah,
gone?
I'm pretty sure both Fireballs are gone. I don't know if he's running a second Pyroblast. That would be something. But yeah, we're just gonna go a full armor game. I like that play a lot
Hmm.
from Ascalon, just making sure there's no way you can get me that next turn. And I think Ascalon might be taking this first match.
Yeah, it looks like checkmate.
That was really one of those matches where I do feel like the mage is favored a lot of the times,
Hmm.
but they just never got anything going. And I don't think Rope Coach really had an opportunity to really start developing on the board. It was
I mean,
really, really
Rope
hard.
Coach's early turns were really awkward. Like he never had a chance to go for the board. He was pretty much playing like a freeze mage the whole game. Like not drawing mana. Like you see all the cards he's drawing now would have been nice earlier, like the mana worm, the volcanic potion, frostbolt, counterspell. So he's hoping for, I don't know. Okay.
Hoping for something,
Yeah.
but there we go. Ascalon gonna take game number one, gonna go up 1-0. Remember, he's in the losers bracket, so Ascalon would have to reset the bracket and then win another series to become Tavern Hero champion. Road
Yeah.
Coach just has to win one series here. Got a feel for Road Coach in that one. I feel like he was really just at a disadvantage early on in terms of did not have stuff to do.
Yeah,
You know.
for sure. Both of the archaeologists came at a really awkward time and didn't work out.
Okay, so if you're Road Coach now, the one thing you saw last time, you saw Ascon. You didn't see him in your first match, but you saw he's playing an aggro druid now.
Hmm.
And how do you think your decks really line up against that?
Oh, do you know what type of druid Rope Coach is?
Yeah, he's definitely Jade Druid.
Jade Druid?
Hmm.
How do you feel about that matchup? Jade
Pretty
Druid versus
even.
aggro. Even? Oh,
Same thing. I think the
yeah.
thing is with Druid, like they have to go innervate fledgling. Do you have Wrath? Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't have Wrath, good luck. It's like
Hmm.
one of those sort of matchups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like but behemoths are good. There's a lot of armor gain as we said before, so there's definitely ways Druid can win that one. We're gonna go into the second one here. It's gonna be Ascalon on the Paladin, taking on Bro Coach's Warrior.
With the Kodo, you have to think Ascalon's favored here.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Do you see this opening
Yeah.
right here from Ascalon? This
Rope
is
Coach chose to keep the Alley Armor Smith.
this is nuts, and
Yeah.
I think you go for it. Oh, he's running Divine Favor as well. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a sick opening from Ascalon to be able to coin out the Vilepin Inquisitor as well. Has Rockpool Hunter to follow up, then can run into Hydrologist. This is insane.
And no Fiery War Axe for Rope Coach.
Got to pick which one he wants to use the Rockpool Hunter on, but it's going to send a lot of damage and make that Vilepin Inquisitor a 2-4. Road Coach is going to need something. Has Stonehill Defender in hand, but going to need something else coming soon.
Maybe Acolyte was right to start digging for Sleep of the Fishes, because Sleep of the Fishes would be a really nice clear.
With Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
It's going to be one of those games where one clear could do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, with that Divine Favor, you never know.
Yeah. It's a
It's
really,
juicy.
really rough card. I think he wants Redemption, but
Yeah,
no,
Repentance
Repentance.
is a
He's,
very
he's
good
playing against
pick.
Taunt Warrior, so
Yeah.
Repentance is really, really good here. Yeah, especially going on turn 4, you expect something like Bloodhook Braid to come out, so Road Coach might just have to eat this one.
Ooh. So double Whirlwind. Is that ever a thing?
It kills 2 minions, right?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
Rope Coach thinks though.
Hey, Road Coach seems to think it's pretty good, so it actually, yeah, pretty strong opening. Remember, the Repentance is going to take that down. Missing on the taunt though, so key play right there from Road Coach. If one of his taunt minions is not going to go down to 1 health, that would have been devastating.
Hmm. Oh, so with the Aldor in hand, this is more of with the Aldor and Kodo in hand. This is kind of a more mid-rangey deck, right?
Oh yeah,
But
he is more mid range. It tops out like
but
Drake
he
and
has
stuff.
but he has Divine Favor.
Yeah, but he got
It's
his really
very
strong opening.
interesting.
And here you go, Rope Coach is starting to stabilize a little bit.
Is
He
that
gets
that's not a Kodo?
Armor Smith down, Kodo not available, so it's like Rope Coach is in a really decent position. Oh, how do you like Wicker Flame?
Uh, as in this matchup, like I don't think you're worried about health too much. So I think Hired Gun is a stronger pick.
It's just Divine Shield's really nice,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and now Road Coach, you can finally breathe a little bit. You can really start to be like, okay, what sort of plays do
yeah.
I want to make? Do you like maybe playing Bloodhoof and arming up? Maybe Slam so you can get rid of the Stonehill, draw a card. There's a few options here.
I like the Pompous and just playing both of your taunts this turn.
You can go ahead and slam down the 2/2, so a little bit more defensive play in that option. Now, if you're Road Coach, you may be forgetting that this deck is more mid range, though. After seeing that very
Yeah,
aggressive
after,
opening.
yeah. So a very low value slam there.
He still has a lot of taunts, though. A lot of taunts in hand. He's gonna be able to get to that quest, and if he's starting to get there, right?
Yeah,
Spike Ridge Steed gonna come down on the Stonehill defender. Still some awkward trades. Is not gonna be able to clear off the
yeah,
armor, so just gonna go
either
3 damage for
minion.
now.
So although Rope Coach's hand is looking thin, he has 2/3 drops that both generate more cards.
Yeah,
So I'd like to see him just slam down the Direhorn Hatchling and the Pompous Thespian this
I think it's
turn.
great. Just fills out
Yeah,
your curve really
yeah.
nicely. Start getting that quest counter up. Right now, I think it's only at 3, so you make it at 5. You could
Yeah.
even finish it the next turn with Stonehill into something if you really
hmm
wanted to.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty good option.
Yeah. It's like the most tempo because like both of the 3 drops that generate value are low on tempo and
hmm
you just want to get the most stuff on the board now.
Now, how else do you play this turn though? Well, especially with your minions, right?
He could be thinking about board clear potentially, like a quality consec would be really devastating if he went with my route. Um, I don't know.
There we go, Road Coach. Just waiting for the rope a little bit,
Yeah,
trying to live by his name a little bit. Holds off on the Thespian for now. Wants to armor up, so kind
he
of
can
conservative.
still do 3/3 and 2 next turn with his 8
Do you
mana
like double steed?
on the same minion.
No, maybe not the same minion, but do you like playing another
Yeah,
one here?
yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Cleans up.
you can trade into the armor smith if you
hmm
want. I like how the minions just switch.
Yeah,
Random.
I mean positioning doesn't matter in Paladin. I don't think. So Ascalon agrees. Just gonna play another steed. Fishes.
Not great here. Probably I would like to see him just start off with Stonehill. You know.
Yeah, I like it. If he gets okay, he cannot complete the quest this turn, but
So Goff's not terrible. It's pretty big.
yeah,
The thing is against Paladin, you get eaten up by quality. That's sort of the one
and
thing.
Aldor too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really would have liked to seen the the Blood of Brave, so he could play the Thespian this turn and Brave, and
And then actually use
use the
Soulfarers
weapon
the same
next turn.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of times though you're just feeling like Sogoth's big and just get on the board. It's gonna be really hard for these
yeah.
these small Spike Ridge Steed minions to get through it. So that's probably another line of play he's thinking.
Like Sogoth's ability is good against classes like Mage, Shaman, but against Paladin, there's Paladin doesn't target anything with spells, like except
Yeah.
Humility or something like that. So I don't like this pick from Rogue Coach.
I like playing the Thespian
Yeah.
maybe just to get it out. But he seems to disagree, gonna hold off a little bit. Gonna
Okay.
armor back up. Really seems to think that armor is gonna be one of the things like going to smash. I think he just needs to get this quest done,
Yeah.
as soon as possible and really start pumping those hero powers out.
I
So
mean, armoring up this turn doesn't affect the progress of his quest, right? Because
yeah,
if he plays Sogoth next turn, he can Thespian and quest
same
and play
turn.
yeah
Yeah.
same turn. So War Leader is a very powerful draw, while there are still many Murlocs on the board.
I mean, War Leader was kind of nuts on this turn. You're
Yeah.
able to make just some very key trades now. Now the problem is, what are you gonna do about Bloodhoof? You could do some tricky stuff for Aldor if you really
Ooh,
wanted to.
I don't really want to touch the Bloodhoof at all, but yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna Aldor back down to 1. Kind of a funny play, honestly.
Yeah. Any whirlwind effect here would really
Oh yeah,
blow the game
that would
out.
be brutal.
Yeah.
Thing right here, you wish you could get a little bit more better effect with Acolyte, but Acolyte doesn't look
Yeah.
very strong right here. You can't run into anything for an extra draw besides the one draw on it. I think you just play Soak Off, right?
Yeah, for sure. So you could play Thespian next turn and get the hero powers rolling. Oh man, not 9 mana for just something that could get terramed
Oh god,
or
Terran would be
equality
on this
or
board right now. Let's hope he doesn't get Terran.
peacekeeper.
I mean, it'd be really sharp for Ascalon, but just brutal,
Mhm.
brutal for Rogue Coach here. Ascalon has a really strong board. You know, he's really pumping this out. Fitch is going to come down now. Okay, so
Okay.
what this does, this allows Acolyte to get an extra draw,
Yeah.
but you're really behind your quest now, right?
Yeah.
You're
Oh, not anymore.
now you're good. Armor Smith is basically one of the best draws you could have gotten there. Is going to complete the quest, so Ferris is online next turn.
Is there potentially a Drake turn this turn? Yeah, I think he could set up a really strong Drake. If he puts the 3/2 into the 2/7 and some of the smaller minions.
Yeah, you could give up your outdoor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And give up the 3/2.
Yeah.
And you throw those book into Ally Armorsmith. You run one of your guys, the 2/6 or 2/5. You run that into Stonehill, and then you play
Mhm.
Drake.
Well, you kind of want to keep your board as wide as possible, considering that the Rag Hero power is going to come down.
hmm
And the Brawl is also a thing.
I think, though, you know that the quest was just completed. You need to hurry up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Quest starts the clock.
Yeah.
So
This is a really tricky turn.
let's see. Ascalon taking his time, just going through the plays.
Okay.
With Stonehill
Not a lot of time. Oh,
finds Tarim or
Terra?
Tyrion. Interesting.
Okay. Oh, he's just all in against. And Rope Coach picks up a Brawl, a huge draw.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely crucial draw here. You can play Brawl and you can play Sulfuris.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Probably wants to get the draw here with the Acolyte as well. You can kill anything that actually
Ooh,
is alive.
Fishes is
Sulfuris
also
too.
amazing.
Do you just go Fishes here? Is it gonna get much better than this right now?
Fishes and Brawl kind of do the same thing. Like, unless the Stonehill lives, they do the same thing. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Brawl can kill like minions later on that are higher health, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I like Fishes here. You can take this out. You can get the hero power. And here you go. 8 damage is coming face for Rogue Coach. This is where it starts. Paladin had a big board. It's gone. Now, Die Insect is going to happen every turn. It's really, really big.
And we see again that the Sogoth pick is really punishing because he can't Sogoth and Hero Power in the same turn. So the Sogoth pick is like really, really punishing for Rope Coach.
It's still a giant taunt. It's still pretty good.
I mean, but do you really want to give up your Rag Shot
It's
to
still
play
pretty
him?
good.
Yeah. I mean, with Tarim.
Looks like it's just gonna be Primordial Drake for right now, coming down with the hero power. This is the thing about Paladin though. Your rag shots aren't always guaranteed to do a lot of good, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Sogoth just seems so
wants
awkward.
to win this roll. Does
Ooh!
win the roll right there. Hits the 4/8 with the hero power. So strong,
Okay.
strong start here for Rokuch this turn. What do you do next though?
It might just have to be pass. Like, you really need the draw off this Jones. But, like, is Ascalon gonna play a True Silver into an empty board? Like, it's not
Yeah,
gonna.
that's the
Yeah.
thing, right? So he might just play Harrison here. He's not. He's gonna wait a little bit,
Yeah.
hold off. Still has Brawl available too, right?
Yeah.
So he might use Brawl next turn. This might just be hero power. Yeah, Tarim's gonna come down, gonna send another 3 damage space. This might be a board worth using the Brawl. And what do you think?
Yeah, I like the Brawl here.
Yeah,
He just snapped
I
the
think
Brawl.
Rokoch agrees. Instant Brawl coming down for him. Once one of the 3/3s to survive it, Tarim does die, so he's going to be able to clean up the Hydrologist and Hero Power this turn. I like this
Develops
too.
the
Get the War Axe
axe.
going.
Yeah.
Get set up. You can start hitting face. It's really important. Ooh,
For
Forbidden Healing in
healing.
Ascalon's hand
Okay.
too.
Oh, I don't like this. You really want to make a Murloc every turn. I start like making the rag shots really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think making a 1/1 was better.
All right, Sogoff is going to come down. He
Yeah.
found an opportunity right here to finally play it.
Hmm.
Um, it's tough though, as you said. You're not able to use the hero power. If it came out before the hero power, it would have been a totally different ballgame.
Yeah.
Now though, this True Silver could unlock, Harrison Jones coming down.
Yeah. And then if the Harrison Jones happen, then Divine Favor can happen.
That's right. I almost forgot. I think Divine Favor actually might just happen right now. It's gonna draw
Yeah.
you 2 cards. Probably
Yeah.
one of the best spots you're gonna find right at this
Yeah.
moment.
Is fatigue ever a thing? I think the rag shot is gonna end the game before fatigue.
So Roko's in a good position here. You can play Harrison Jones. You can knock out this 2/1 as well. You can even go for the Dirty Grab if you wanted.
The Paladin 8 drops are definitely on Rope Coach's mind. He hasn't seen any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Both Stonehills are gone.
Tyrion, yeah.
There's nothing good to hit with it. So 2 Dirty Rats. I guess this just improves his rag shot. I mean, if he hits the Kodo's gonna get Kodo'd.
That's probably better, right?
The Kodo gets Kodo'd, and then he's gonna kill the
The
Dirty Rat.
Kodo comes back as a Kodo, so. But it does actually clean up the Dirty Rat now, so that's the
Yeah.
one thing about that play. And he kind of instantly did that, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. We are going to have more rag shots available here. We can go Fiery War Axe, trade in our Harrison into the 1/1, take a rag shot, see where it falls.
Yeah, Rope Coach is looking in a really strong spot. The hero power has generated so much value. Like, if you compare the hands, like
Mm-hmm.
Ascalon is down to a very low amount of resources.
Gonna hold off on the Dirty Rat for now. Would have been a good turn to use it, but Tyrion's gonna come on down.
Okay.
Is this a brawl moment?
I don't think so. Like, rag shot is pretty strong.
Rag shot's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trade in the rag
You also
shot.
just use Execute if you really wanted to,
Yeah.
right?
So he might have considered Brawl before playing the Dirty Rat, but
Mhm.
after the Dirty Rat didn't pull anything,
Yeah.
Brawl doesn't look nearly as appealing. Yeah, he takes the rag shot.
Gonna want to hit the Tyrion here. Does hit
Oh
the
my
Tyrion.
God.
Wow. Road Coach is really finding these rag shots. They're panning out for him right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a gentle Megazar.
So if Rope Coach doesn't pick up another taunt, Ascalon has a pretty nice chance.
What do you think
To
about
come
that?
back.
What do you think about playing the 1/1 instead of just getting the 5/4 out immediately?
I like it because 1/1 both of the things die to rag hero power anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well save the Megastar for more value. Alright, is Ascalon gonna play the Jones here?
I think he's gonna play
Yeah, he's
Harrison
gonna play
here
it.
after seeing that, and this might be poisonous. Oh wow, Death Rattle.
Yeah, plants are really good. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. This is gonna be a big brawl coming up. All right, Rope Coach, what do you got? You got double armor smiths. You could play the second one if you want to. You could run this guy in, and I think we're
Yeah.
going for the brawl though, right?
Yeah. Oh, this game is way closer than I expected. That
Oh,
Tyrion
yeah.
top deck was huge.
Yeah, this has been pretty crazy. That Tyrion has just been provided a lot of damage. Will Rope Coach win this ball, or will it be Ascalon? Who's it gonna be? It looks like Ascalon's gonna take
Ooh,
that
and
brawl.
it's
The rack shot now coming down. Needs to hit
oh, Ascalon
Not
is gonna take
do
it.
though. Ascalon winning 2 games already, up 2-0. Wow, this is not the start I expected. Ascalon really proving, hey, it's maybe my first tournament, but I am here to play. I can avoid your rag shots.
Yeah.
I can dodge some rag shots, and he's playing quite well. He had an amazing opening in that match. Rope Coach really came back. It was a long game, honestly.
Mhm.
Rokoch came back, was able to stabilize, and then just that Tyrion top deck
Tyrion.
was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, Warriors hate Tyrion, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he waited for the equality and the consecration, used it at the right time. Tyrion came down, and that outputted just so much damage.
Yeah.
15 damage from that weapon, right?
Yeah. So we see the players readying themselves up for game 3.
All right, so Ascalon is just gonna be on this Druid. Now this is a very interesting deck against the rest of Rope Coach's lineup.
Yeah.
This is a very aggressive deck. We saw Soul of the Forest earlier, pretty interesting card as well.
If Ropoach was gonna reverse sweep a deck, this Druid would be the deck to reverse sweep. Okay, so this time Archaeologist has come on time.
Not a great start for Rope Coach.
Oh, that changes things.
Iterate makes it better, but he's gonna have to wait till turn 3 to iterate fade up Finja, right?
Yeah.
At that point, Rope Coach might already have a great board. Firefly gonna make things a little bit better here.
Yeah. Do you like Glyph here? Just to help the worm trade?
I like Arcanologist.
Yeah.
It's just like solid. Get a body down, right?
A Frostbolt would have provided a clear board too.
Oh, Fledgling in the hand here as well. I think it's just Innervate Finja though. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the deck is meant to do.
Yeah.
That's why you have Finja in the deck.
Cheat out Finja.
Yeah.
You go for some crazy plays. Market the Lotus with Finja stuff is nutty, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like bumping one of them into the Mana Worm, because the Mana Worm's gonna grow next turn, and
Mhm. Like bumping the Arcanologist for one.
oh,
Or
but bumping the one of the 1/2s into the Mana Worm.
Okay, yeah, just so it has 2 health, so you can clean it up nicely
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Finja as well. Because you want to use Finja and then Market Lotus afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Still gonna be a
Um,
sick turn right here.
He draws patches, but with Innervate Finja, I don't think you can complain about drawing patches.
I can't complain here. Gonna be able to use Finja. Can also play Vicious Fledgling on this board too, and play Mark of the Lotus if he wants it. A lot of options right here.
Yeah. I would take the value trade too.
Yeah, I think you do take the trade.
Yeah,
If you play Mark of the Lotus and you're
Yeah.
doing that whole line.
which you should. The Ascalon really likes going face.
It's a little curious about that one. It's gonna open up some trading possibilities, and he
Pat?
might play Patches. What's he thinking here? You think?
Maybe patches Mark.
If I was pretty straight up, you just play Fledgling, you market the Lotus, you trade the blue gold down, right?
Uh-huh. A Volcanic Potion top deck would be really nice. Okay.
And he misses out on damage, so you gotta really think through these plays, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna make that play, you gotta just think about it first where you're going. You're missing out on 1 damage there with the blue gold warrior. You didn't have to do that.
Mhm.
You could have really held on there. Now, Brokoch has a lot of possibilities. And I mean, he has Primordial Glyph in his hand. It's going to lead to just some crazy, crazy stuff. Also, has Frostbolt, Medivh Valet ready as well. So he can really deal some damage to this board. He has to pick out which targets he values, though, as the most important. I feel like Vicious Fledgling has to go. And then what's after that, though?
It definitely feels. Oh, this is super awkward for Rope Coach because there's 3 high priority targets on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have to kill the Finja, and it feels bad killing Finja when the War Leader is still up. But
The
really
forest
good
here with
draw.
Patches, that's going to be brutal.
Ascalon rewarded for his techs. Okay, and now he
he's going to
wants
trade
trade.
down. So
Okay.
interesting. Sort of play from Ascalon in
Yeah.
terms of what we're seeing, what he really values as being more important. Ooh, Flame Strike's pretty good.
Yeah, but he's gonna be dead.
5 mana Flame Strike. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
I mean, he's gonna be dead though.
Yeah, so you survive though. Remember that secret is Ice
Ice
Block,
Block.
so he won't die immediately. there's gonna be a lot of damage coming in next
I
turn.
mean, if Ascalon can find a way to proc at 1, then Flame Strike would not be enough.
Yeah.
Finds the Volcanic Potion second, which is unlucky.
Unfortunately, the Solar Force makes so there's so many minions on board, right? So there's
I
so
mean,
many of these 2/2s.
Flame Strike into Volcanic Potion is a full clear.
Next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like holding on to the Volcanic Potion. No longer a full clear.
Okay, now the question with the Savage Roar, how low can he get him down though? In terms of like how close to
1.
1, yeah.
Oh my god, I can't do the math. Okay, so
He has
yeah,
he has
that's
20
perfect.
on the
That's
dot,
perfect.
right?
This is perfect.
Yeah.
So
So I
these
think
two
he's
are
good.
10, 18. You could do 18. Hopefully he sees it.
Yep. Basically, exactly, just like that.
Yeah.
So Ascalon gonna be able to take that Rokoch down to 1. Rokoch is gonna be looking for a miracle next turn. Has the Flame Strike, but after that, there's not a lot of good stuff. You know, you're still gonna be facing down the 2/2, and that's gonna be just enough. Here's an Ice Block, but what can we do here?
Yeah, you can't block and clear the board at the same turn. If that Flame Strike was another Volcanic Potion instead. And even after that, you're looking at an Alex draw, but you're using the coin now. Just overall, not looking good. Maybe he's trying to bluff an Ice Barrier with this, but even then, Ascalon has 9 damage. Oh, this is...
All right, so he's gonna be able to pop the block right here. Second block can be popped. He's gonna go up and damage as well. Now, is there anything? He's already used both Primordial Glyphs. It's 2 turns too early for Alex Straza.
Alright, Frostbolt draw would save him. You Flame Strike and Frostbolt the face.
Okay, yeah, Flame Strike, Frostbolt face.
But that's just it.
Not gonna happen today. Looks like Ascalon's gonna go up and actually take the first series.
Wow.
So he's gonna
Quick.
reset the bracket here, and now we're gonna have just wow. I wonder if Rope Coach is going to change his bans. It did not work out for him this time. We're gonna go back to our final series of the night between Ascalon and Rope Coach. Guys, we're staying on. Yes. 1 second, I'll be talking to the players, just explain what's going on. And Alex, stay here.
So this is actually really interesting because Ascalon and Rope Coach played in the previous part of the bracket before, so their series is actually 1-1 right now. So this is like a mini best of 3 series. Just taking a moment to let the players relax before the bracket resets. This is like the grand finals. Wait, is this the best of 7?
No, best of 5.
Okay. And this is still a best of 5. This is not no deck revival best of 7. Yeah.
All right, guys. Okay, so what's going on here? Ascalon reset the bracket, and now we're going into our final series. Still best of 5. They have decided to keep their bans the same. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like it. Like when you're constructing a lineup, you build it with a band in mind, and then you just stick to your guns. Like it's been working for the rest of this tournament, and no reason to change it for the grand finals.
All right, let's get in here. Our final one. It's going to be it. Our last best of 5. This time we see Ascalon on the Warrior going against Rope Coach's Druid. This matchup looks really good for Rope Coach. J Druid, usually a deck that can dominate the Taunt Warrior. They can make infinite Jays. They can go to Fatigue. They can do a lot of stuff. Taunt Warrior is really, if you're Ascalon, you're going to be looking to accelerate your quest.
Yeah.
Quest as soon as possible. It's kind of the name of this game.
We've seen some players in this tournament throw away the quest at a big cost, but Ascalon does not make that mistake.
Unfortunately, Ascalon, no taunts in the beginning. No taunt minis. Does have a Fiery War Axe, but doesn't, you need to get some early game taunts, I think, in this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wild Growth here from Rope Coach.
And
Rather
the Jade,
good curve.
yeah,
Go
the
straight
Jade
into
to
Jade
follow
Spirit
up.
as well. Pretty strong.
Very textbook.
That's right. The Yogg in hand. We saw some crazy Yogg plays earlier today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we saw some stuff. He Yogged and got Shadow Flame on Yogg and just
Uh-huh.
blew up the entire board. It was very, very good. What do you think about this? It's, just wants to get rid of Armor Smith now rather than playing a Jade Spirit.
I think it's reasonable, but with this hand, I would try to stay on curve and use the Wrath to cycle, especially since your hand is so light on resources.
I tend to agree with you there. I really like just making sure we continue to curve out. Ascalon here is going to dig a little bit further with this shield block. Looks like Rove Coach going to have to just probably play his Jades this turn.
Yeah, for Jade Druid, like Ascalon's Armor Smith is not as big of a high priority target as for other classes because Ascalon's health is not a big issue when you're
Your
hitting him
Jades
with
are
10
12
tens.
12s,
Yeah.
10 10s, yeah.
Ascalon could actually like hold on the axe and do like a really nice ghoul sleep next turn, which
I kind of like where he's at right now. He's kind of just chilling. But he needs taunts, man.
mhm.
That's all. That's really what he needs
Yeah.
right now. He's looking for taunts, not finding any in the first few turns. That's going to be really important. But right back at him, Bro Coach, hero power pass probably.
Yeah. And Rope Coach killing the Armor Smith actually played around Ascalon's battle rage, so
It's a really
it
good
worked
point,
out
yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Still not another taunt. Ravaging Ghoul. Go ahead. Maybe Battle Rage for one. Ooh. Never really like to feel that. Does find Direhorn Hatchling's going to be able to play that next turn. But not a great
Oh
start
yeah.
here for Ascalon.
One gold this turn feels okay to use. You still have the second one for their sleep. I liked playing the goal this turn. You need some type of board. Like you're not gonna out armor the druid. Like this doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, wow.
Do you think you just take this one card off the auctioneer? Rope Coach decides that.
It was an option, right?
Yeah, it's
Just
a
cycling to 1
yeah
1.
yeah.
Yeah.
Auctioneer scales.
Alright, Ascalon is going to start to get this quest going. I believe the Direhorn Hatchling going to come down here. The first card in your quest coming down turn 6 gotta hurt for him. But
Yeah.
ooh, here we go. Now you have to think if you're Rope Coach, is it time to maybe
Gadget.
Innovate Auctioneer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. You do that, you can also Wrath you, so you have a lot of cycle ability here if you want it, if you're Rope Coach.
If you wrapped for 3 and trade in the 1/1, you could set up for a Drake potentially.
hmm
Um, I would like to see Rope Coach like hurry up with the auctioneer because like you're going to have to. Never mind.
Just
You're
gonna
gonna
wait one more turn.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Uh,
reasonable.
a lot of times, I feel like his hand is still pretty thin,
hmm
so he maybe just want to wait out just a little bit more.
Okay.
I know it's like really tempting every time you draw Innervate, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I want to just go ahead and play Auctioneer now. This is a really solid play though. Just get the Drake out, provide a little bit of a defensive tools. You can even hide your Auctioneer behind that, which is really
Mhm.
important too.
Yeah. So Rope Coach with the patient play. I didn't see it at first, but
Yeah.
it makes sense right now.
Back on Ascalon here, finds another taunt, finds another Bloodhook Brave, so able to really find a lot of these taunts early on. Gonna go ahead and Ravaging Ghoul here, so he's gonna actually pump up his Bloodhook Brave as well. He's gonna be able to contest against this 4/4.
Ooh, a second. Okay. Rope Coach decides to pull the trigger quickly with the
Oh
auctioneer.
yeah,
Give him
really,
time
really
to
quickly that time, right?
react to the draws.
You like Raft down into 3/3? What do you like here? Or maybe just you could actually cycle it if you wanted to.
Uh, like wrathing the 3/3 and Earthen Scales on the 4/4 to make it a 5/5
Mhm.
is a clean way to clear the board.
I like that.
Yeah. So Wrath first lets him. I'm not sure. Oh, he chooses the cycle actually. All right. He's not on 10 mana, so that wild growth isn't super. Never mind.
Ooh, Innervate as well. Can't really play anything off of it this turn. Unless you draw into you can go Wild Growth,
Yeah.
but then you're missing out on the draw from the Wild Growth. I guess you're kind of like getting
Oh yeah,
a new draw.
it's the
So
same
it's not
thing.
terrible,
Yeah.
right?
You get it this turn. Yeah, you do it. Okay.
Finds a Blossom. Okay. So a few more cards going into the hand for Road Coach. Nice little turn with the Auctioneer there. That Primordial Drake turn before that really set that one up. And Ascalon's going to have to remove this and figure out what's the best way. I don't think you can let this thing live. You spend Execute maybe?
Yeah, he decides execute is the most. Oh, okay. I like.
So he finds a different way.
Yeah.
A little creative there at the shield sim. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only one shield block left in his deck, so the shield slam is not likely to get active soon.
And armor in this matchup is going to be more valuable in the early game because later on you're not going to be gaining armor, right? You're going to have the
with
quest up and stuff like that. So. But here we go, like back to Rokuch. He's hovering over Yogg. He could go for. I like Aya here. I like really developing Aya or going Behemoth. I think both of those are pretty strong.
Yeah, just get as many Jades on the board as you can.
And your Jays are starting to get to that point where it's becoming a little bit of a trouble. Once you get in that 5-5-6-6 range, that's when you know, all right, now I can put a lot of pressure on my opponent against the Taunt Warrior, deal with basically any minion they throw out. So he just needs to build these Jays up just a little bit more.
And Ascalon has a board clear here with Drake, Coin, Fishes. I think you definitely you Fishes.
Okay, there we go.
Not
Fishes
getting better than
down.
this. Jades are getting too big.
It's really nice. Really nice play right there from Ascalon. His armor smith's going to die, of course, but he's able to clear up a whole board of Jades right there.
I like playing the Jade Behemoth. Nourish, like, you follow behind on tempo too much.
Execute
And
not the
still
card you're
no
looking
more
for.
taunts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad draw right there.
Curator and Stonehill Defender would be the best draws.
Yeah, remember, he's still at 3 on his quest.
On turn 10, when the deck is full of taunts.
It's a very, very, very rough start here for
Yeah.
Ascalon. Finds a Feral. What do you think? Maybe like Feral and just take out the 4/5?
Yeah.
Preserves the health on your minion, also, avoids stuff like another execute, perhaps. So.
And Rope Coach actually didn't play any Jades this turn, but Ascalon has no way to take advantage of that.
Does find out Armor Smith, so does find a card, gonna contribute to going over to 4 now, but as you said, it's gotta be Stonehill Defender, gotta be Curator coming up soon, or he's gonna really just run out of time. He has another Brawl, but after that, another Jade reload is gonna be deadly. How aggressive should we be here?
Wow. That's aggressive. I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't see a way of that getting punished, so.
Yeah, not really. There's not really the best, Ascalon only has a few cards right now.
Yeah.
Another Brawl may come out here. He's gonna even on the Brawl, it's gonna be a minion that's gonna be left. So, it's gonna be tough. It's really an uphill battle right now for Ascalon going against Rokuch. Rokuch in a very, very strong position.
I think as Ascalon, you just Acolyte Brawl here and hope for the best.
Probably Brawl, right?
Yeah, Acolyte first.
Yeah. Go for the 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if the Acolyte wins, like, you're still really scared.
He wants the 6/4 to live so he can finish it off with Execute. It is going to be a 6/4, so he could take that out as well.
Okay.
And Acolyte, so probably the best option right there for Ascalon in terms of the way that Brawl worked out. But as we know, Rokuch is going to be able to just load up again. He can play Jade Blossom here. Could even go Auctioneer. There's no cards in hand, right? So it goes Auctioneer, Jade Blossom, draws a card, makes an 8/8.
Yeah. Wow.
You could take out the Auctioneer. Shuffling our Jades again. Gonna play Nourish. Probably looking for more of those Jade Isles. Wants to just continue to pump out these golems here. Is he gonna find? Does find one as well. That's gonna be very, very. Finds both. He can make 2 more golems, and he can take out the 6/9 as well with the hero power. This is starting to look like Rokuch's game. He's turning it out. He's shutting it down. The quest is still not complete. We're on turn 14, 15 about now.
Yeah.
So
really unlucky for Ascalon.
there's still no defender. I love how you can find Stegodon just neutral sometimes.
I have a question for you. How big have you seen Jades get?
In a normal match or a competitive game?
Oh, in a competitive game.
Competitive game?
Yeah.
That, I've seen like 15-15, stuff like that. But after that,
The game's over.
yeah.
Yeah, how many of those are you gonna survive?
So we can kind of still clear this however we want.
Yeah.
If you are rope coach.
The only way Rope Coach loses is Yogg.
If he plays Yogg.
Yeah.
He loses if he plays Yogg. He may not even do it. He may just clear the board here and chill,
Mhm.
right? He's kind of probably thinking about, okay, where do I want my minion totals to be? Do I want to keep preserve the 2 life on this 8/2? The stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And how can I pressure for lethal next turn?
Okay, is Brawl top deck ever a thing? Yeah, that could potentially work wonders.
Just going to
but,
be War
yeah.
Axe, though. So that's going to be it for this one.
Yeah.
Road Coach in the second series here, going to get on the scoreboard. Go up 1-0 on Ascalon. Road Coach getting 0-3 last time. This time, he finds the matchup, right? You get the J Druid. It lines up against a Taunt Warrior. You got to be very happy about that.
Yeah, and the Taunt Warrior drew as poorly as possible.
All right, so Road Coach up 1-0 now in this grand finals against Ascalon.
Oh
It's kind of
boy.
just the way that matchup goes, right?
Yeah.
It's it's really dependent on. We didn't see the quest get completed until the very end of the game.
Mhm.
Taunt Warrior really needs to complete that quest very early on in that matchup to even have a chance. And Road Coach, he was able to conserve himself. He was able to just hold off from playing Yogg. I know he wanted to play Yogg that whole game probably, but he's like, okay, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need it.
Timus Mortis. That was not a misplay.
All right, here we go. But Ascalon going to be on his Druid now, this aggressive Druid, going against Rogue Coach's Warrior. Rogue Coach this time throwing the quest.
Yeah. So we see the Sleep of the Fishes in hand already. Just looking for a Ghoul or Whirlwind.
Ascalon too has some strong cards. He's able to get patches out right here, and then stuff like Living Mana coming in the future turns.
Yeah.
Would have liked to see maybe like an Innervate though. Innervate Fledgling would have been pretty awesome, right?
I mean, not when Rope Coach has Fiery War Axe.
Another Blood Sail, not necessarily what he's looking for here. But maybe to use Mark Yasiraj on one of his other minions to maybe take down this Armor Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He's going face.
And Ascalon continues
Wow.
his trend of going face. He's gonna get punished by this War Axe here.
Yeah, you gotta think about Armor Smith and like how valuable is it? And I think it's really valuable in this matchup, right?
Yeah.
And we could see a second Armor Smith come down next turn. That's gonna spell some trouble.
I mean, even though Ascalon took down that War Axe, like War Axe was not that good on this board anyway.
No, yeah, it wasn't super good because the 3/3's already gone, right? So
Yeah.
double Armor Smith gonna come out, gonna start gaining a bunch of armor. I don't know what he's gonna do about it right here. Could play Bluegill. Could just try to get the Fledgling developed this turn. There's not a lot of great options. It's gonna be Living Mana. Living Mana's gonna be just a giant card coming out.
I mean, if Rope Coach has to use the Ghoul to kill the Fledgling, all of a sudden that Sleep of the Fishes is stranded in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And
What if we execute it? Yeah.
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
think about that?
that is very smart.
I like it. I
Yeah.
really do. There's not a lot of other minions you're gonna use that on.
Mm-hmm.
He's not playing Bittertide Hydra. He's playing Murloc package. It's
Yeah.
maybe one of the best targets for it.
Yeah. A really smart play by Rope Coach. And just
Gonna be Living Mana here.
And Rope Coach instantly rewarded for using the Execute instead of the Ravaging Ghoul, and is going to be able to kill
Even
these.
go Whirlwind Ghoul or
Yeah.
Whirlwind something. But what do you like?
Yeah. I like Ghoul getting down to 3/3.
Yeah. Okay. Jake playing it with the Whirlwind or take advantage of sleep or
Oh, you want to double Whirlwind?
we could. Yeah. It's an option.
That is reasonable as well.
Sleep might just be better. Just
Yeah.
to utilize now, and then if we draw another sleep for later, you
Mhm.
know. Or you could brawl.
Oh, this is probably the play I like the least. I just want to get the goal down, you know. I mean, but as long as the Soul of the Forest isn't landing on 20 minions,
Oh
like
wow!
okay.
Second living mana here is gonna come on down. So Ascalon picking up another one, but hey, Rogue Coach is ready for this.
Yep.
And you gotta do it now. You definitely gotta get rid of this board with what you said earlier, Power Ravaging Golem, maybe Sleep or Whirlwinded Sleep, one of the two.
Rolling goal.
He likes
Okay.
a double Whirlwind for here. You know, you see the second living mana, so you feel a lot safer about this play.
Yeah.
And it gets you a 3/3 on the board, which is, you know, just strong.
Uh-huh.
Now Ascalon's gonna be looking to see what he can do here. You know, he has double Blue Go and Mark of the Lotus, but just gonna have to send these guys face. They're not gonna provide a lot of life right now. You know, these guys are
Yeah.
gonna do 6 damage, but he's still at 30 right now. Rogue
And
Coach.
there are no living manas left in the deck.
And Ali Armorsmith is gonna come down next turn. So this is
This
huge.
is disastrous.
Maybe not that, playing the quest instead of just armoring up. I mean, I see it. Maybe eventually he just wants to play the quest, but
Yeah.
we'll like continue just to get our armor up.
Oh boy.
I don't know what you're gonna do here if you're Ascalon. He's slumped back a little bit, probably just taking this one in. You know, thinking, okay, I'm an aggressive deck and I'm going against Taunt Warrior, and it is not working out for me at the moment.
Yeah.
And Armorsmith's gonna just continue to just gain armor upon armor. So you can't take this guy out. You don't have any living manas left. Your Soul of the Forest is looking pretty dead in your hand right now. It is just a tough one for Ascalon.
Yeah, even a Finge draw would be really weak since both bluegills are used up
Yeah,
already.
you're just gonna take the War Leaders.
Yeah.
Right? Just gonna make it 3-2 here. Just contest.
And Rope Coach just going through the motions.
He's not even roping though, you know. He's just like,
Yeah.
okay, I know my plays. I know
Yep.
what I need to do at this point in time. And Ascalon, okay, finds the fledgling, but what can he do here? That's right. Soul of the Forest tech is definitely carrying pizza. It's going a long way right now. I'm surprised, you know, he's still playing. Still rocking this one out. There's gonna be a lot of armor, man. A ton of armor coming out here.
Yeah.
Armor.
Too
go
bad
face.
Rope Coach isn't drawing any minions to accelerate the clock. So these 2 minions are just gonna have to go all the way.
How can you even deal 37 damage at this point in time? I think he really is just like waiting for Finja, and then he's considering that,
Yeah.
right? I think that's the one thing he's doing. It's like, okay, I can ping away at some of your minions.
Woohoo, a
There's a
minion.
Bloodhook Braid. You can even slam that guy down and draw another card.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Attack.
Taunt Warrior putting on the pressure right now. All right.
Yeah, even Finge is really dead now.
He's waiting.
Yeah.
You know.
And we still haven't seen that egg napper that I've been talking about.
You're right.
It has good synergy with
this
Soul
is
of the
this
Forest.
position too. You know, you
Yeah.
get to play Soul of the Forest, right? Another Armorsmith though. Oh my gosh. And I just expect him to clean up the fledgling, take out the 2/2, armor up some more. You're in a pretty good spot. Okay, here we go. We get the well play from Ascalon.
A giant firefly.
He gets a giant firefly. Maybe that will save him right here. But still holding out a little bit. I'm still not conceding. Very interesting. I honestly don't even know if there's enough damage in this deck at this point. But
Yeah.
he's Rook Coach is at 47.
Yeah.
He's
Who needs
gaining-
Justicar?
He's gaining more armor every turn. All right, I got a Raven. Maybe that's it. There we go. That was sort of the the last straw right there for Ascalon. So Roku's gonna go up 2-0, and it's just gonna be on this mage. This mage is gonna have 3 chances to win one game. Now, where do you see it really getting in there?
Definitely the. Did you see any volcanic potions main decked?
Yes, he definitely does.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he has volcanic potions.
Okay, so probably the druid. Paladin's gonna be really hard, and
Because there's forbidden healing in
Yeah.
that. There's Ragnaros in there too.
taunt
Yeah.
warrior potentially, with all those extra armor gain techs, could be rough too.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the one where he probably has the best
Yeah.
matchup, but it's also gonna be quite difficult. Living mana is just a card that can swing the game so quickly, and we see the opening hand here for Ascalon. Also has those fireflies, so yeah. Strong opening though. Also on the other side, look at Road Coach. Able to play
Yeah.
Mana Worm. Go into Primordial Glyph. Valet is gonna be a key card going forward. He finds an Innervate, then he's in some real good start, but it looks like it might just be Corsair here.
Did you like potentially combine the patches with the mark on the next turn and go Corsair coin mark on the patches?
That could be quite strong.
Yeah.
I think he's really focused on the fledgling right now, though. I feel like he feels like that's how he's gonna win. Mana bind is interesting.
Yeah, we take.
Um,
Oh, with the coin still in Ascalon's hand, mana
you can
bind
wait on.
is.
You don't have to play it this turn though, right? Because you can play it next turn though with the valet. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like you go.
I mean, if Ascalon doesn't use the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like you go mana bind. You can hold on to it until the coin's played,
Mhm.
maybe. And even at some points, there might even be a turn where you're feeling, okay, maybe gain coin might be good. I could coin out something a little bit further.
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
So-
We see like a 7-drop and an 8-drop in Rope Coach's hand, and
Yeah.
having a coin with that heavy of a hand is not the worst thing.
Yes, I do like mana. Ooh, so this is gonna be a very you have a lot of potential here. You
Yeah.
go Firefly Flame if you want. You go Firefly Mark of the Lotus if you want. What do you think?
Yeah. I think all the spells are getting played this turn, which Rope Coach would be happy to see.
We're not too happy to see the Mark of the Lotus come down. It's a pretty strong board right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
we already see. It's so
Yeah.
funny. Ascalon's only done his turn. We already see Road Coach making his plays because Mana Bind's gonna come down with this Valet as well. Just a very, very strong pairing on turn 3. Clean up this board a little bit.
And we see no way to deal with the flood. Wait, he can't play the fledgling this turn.
You could, but it's not necessarily
Yeah,
the
so
best
it's
thing
not
in the world.
gonna-
You probably go like
yeah.
one of the 1-drops and use Hero Power maybe or something, right?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and use Mark.
And the mana bind
Mana
gets
Bind's
some
pretty
value.
strong. Yeah, so he's gonna get a little bit of value there for 0 mana with that, but it still has a 4/3 on the board here. So Roko's gonna need to find a way to deal with this as well. How do I just like putting a ping down on the 4/3 here? Setting up your volcanic potion maybe.
I like getting the mark down as well. Yeah, you definitely ping the 4/3 and play the mark while you still have a body on the board. Yeah. Like who knows when you're gonna hit another minion.
He's gonna actually go ahead ping down the 1/2. So he's gonna do that for right now.
Okay. Well, if he actually double trades and plays the fledgling, will Rope Coach have to be forced to use
you just
a volcanic
do it.
potion
I
on a
think you
fledgling?
have to. But the problem is,
he chooses not to.
how worried are you about living mana at that
Yeah.
point? It's very hard, very very hard decision. Yeah. You're still not worried about this sort of board, right? You can go ahead and play your block. Kind
I
of
mean,
a little bit. Soul of the Forest.
If Ascalon,
Yeah.
his signature, Soul of the Forest.
Just gonna be a Raven here, so I think he's gonna probably trade into this and try to set up a play.
Yeah, I
for
like
his
hero
fledgling.
powering. Yeah.
Wanted to wait for the fledgling to get onto a board where there's nothing contesting it. It's not gonna die next turn. Here we go. Fledgling's gonna come out here and it is definitely gonna force his volcanic potion
Yeah.
from Rope Coach.
The problem with waiting for Vicious Fledgling to get value,
Does this change
rather than
anything?
playing, I don't think so. I guess it does.
I think he does. I think he's okay. So this is a sign he's really, really waiting for the living mana.
Yeah. Oh, he misplay. Wait, it's not strictly a misplay because you're killing a beast, but I think killing the 2/1 was just better.
Building wide again, Ascalon, just making sure he has a board that could be threatening lethal with Savage or something like that. If Living Man is still the card though, so we'll see how long will Rogue Coach wait till he really does pull the trigger on this Volcanic Potion. We're gonna see it come down right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna-
Ascalon has
yeah.
no cards in his hand, so
I think that's right. It's just like Living Mana off the top is really the only thing you're really worried about right
Yeah.
now, and other than that, you're in a really, really good spot.
and Rope Coach is poised to take the series.
Yeah, he's looking like he could close in right now, so just needs this game. He's on tournament point at the moment. So
I like
we'll
the
see how this
Savage right
goes.
here. Oh, okay.
And Medivh. Medivh is going to come down. So the clock is also being started for Ascalon. Medivh is going
Yeah.
to provide a lot of value in these next few turns. You have things like Firelands Portal. That's going to
That's
be
not gonna.
crazy. Is there anything that could mess this one up? I feel like Road Coach is just poised to win this one. Firelands Portal going to go ahead and hit the
I mean,
face right
you would
here.
have to get two bomb squads off both of these.
Gets Curator, also gets Operative, so you could even take out this Murloc if he wants. Going to deal 7 damage to the face. I feel like you could just go all face right here, even if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Road Coach, one turn away. Ascalon, what do you have to finish it off? Murloc War Leader, not going to be enough. He's going to actually have to use the Savage Roar if he really wants to get through this. I mean, you could also Hero Power as well, but look how
And
much
I think-
damage you're facing down.
I think we have a champion.
I think we're closing in on it. Just wait till it finishes. But yeah, that's going to be it.
Wow.
Road Coach is going to take it all day long. He waited, and look at that. He finally takes it. You know, he's been coming to so many events, been playing in a lot of these Tavern Heroes, and today was his day. He did it. You know, he got reset the bracket, didn't lose focus, was able to come back and get a 3-0 in this final match. He's going to be our Tavern Hero champion.
Mhm.
And that means he's going to be playing in the Tavern Hero tournament later on this year. You know, for the summer series, for the summer playoffs. If he qualifies for that, if he goes through that, he can actually make it to prelims as
Yeah,
well.
if he top eight's at that.
Yeah. So
Are we
Wow.
gonna get him for an interview?
yeah, we're gonna try to get Road Coach over here for a quick interview. Get him on the mic. You know, see how he feels about his win. Been playing Hearthstone for about 10 hours so far today.
Yeah.
Tournament started at 12. So, Road Coach, can you come on over for a quick interview? Let's get you on the stream real quick. All right, Matt. How does it feel? You know, you finally did it.
Finally.
You've been coming to so many of these things.
I know.
And what happened today? Like, take me through it. How did it
Just
all line up?
I don't know. It was like I was pretty exhausted towards the end. It was
Yeah.
a long run today. I felt kind of bad at doing a lot of misplays. It was the mage game when I opened up in the Taunt Warrior. Played that elemental last turn. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have played that. He's gonna fishes and this and then I was thinking like counterspell, fireball, face, and all this stuff. I had so many lines going through my head. But I mean, in the end, I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad I got the series in 3-0 for me on my end
Yeah.
too. It feels good. Feels good.
And talk about a little bit, you know, after you get 0-3, you get 3-0, you get swept, right?
Yeah.
What changed there? You lined up really well with the Jade Druid, but
Yeah.
anything else you were thinking?
I sort of like, okay, I did not think he was going to start Taunt Warrior again. I figured, okay, he might start Druid again, but let me go my Jade Druid just because I haven't played Jade Druid yet in the series. So
Okay.
let me just you know maneuver out with Jade Druid, and if he does start Taunt Warrior, I have the have the advantage there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it ended up working out in the long run. And then after I got the first one Jade Druid, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pummel through. Just I'm going to leave my mage last because I don't know. I felt like my RNG wasn't with the mage there, so I was like, I'm just going to toss my mage towards the end and just have if worst comes to worst, it's a 3-2. I'll give my mage the last of the chances there. So
yeah,
it's
you can
pretty
talk a little bit about your lineup today. I think you were talking earlier about it.
So I copied Tic Tac's lineup on Twitter. If you follow my Twitter, I reposted his lineup. Big follower of his, big supporter. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good solid lineup to bring. It's like an average lineup, but for something like an event like this, I was like, okay, you know what, let me give it a try. You know,
Yeah.
I'm regularly like a smart player. Like I bring 4 aggro, but this time I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna actually sit down and think this all through and work things out a little bit more.
Try to make
actually
some skill
yeah.
choices. in
Instead of like
Hearthstone.
covering the board with your hands and just going
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
So maybe that's a change for you.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, it ended up working out in the long run, so I'm pretty happy about
Cool, man.
that.
And finally, any shout-outs to, you guys, I know you got your crew here and everything. but
yeah,
anybody else?
shout out to Matt and Vulu for coming out with me today. They stayed. I know these guys are exhausted, probably starving. We're gonna go to
Yeah.
the diner after. And shout out to everyone who's watching. Jacob, I believe Aiden's watching as well. So
Cool.
shout out.
All
to
right,
him.
man. Hey, congratulations
Yep.
and good luck in the
Yep,
Tavern
thank
Hero
you.
tournament. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to sign off right here. Thank you for joining us. It's been a good one. It's been real. You guys take it easy. For the Tavern here from Evo Gaming from Queens, New York, I'm Alec, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.